Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Reginique and I wanted to come really quickly and give you 5 helpful tips in preparing for your licensure exam. If you're like me, when you were studying for your licensure exam, I was just all over the place. I had so much material. I was getting information from so many different sources and I had no idea on how to really study and prepare for my licensure exam. So I sat down and I thought about it. And so what I want to do today is just give you 5 helpful tips. It's going to be really quick, so you want to make sure that you watch this full video. I will not take up a lot of your time. And I'm going to be looking at my phone because I have it on my phone, okay? So don't think I'm ignoring you all or I'm responding to text messages, but I am looking at my phone. So the first tip that I'm going to give you when you're preparing for your licensure exam is to organize your study material. Again, if you're like me, I have such a huge tribe of social workers, and I have a huge social work network. So I was getting information from everyone. So I had countless information on theories, information on disorders, just a whole bunch of study quizzes and all of these different things. And I was just studying them, and I didn't really have a method in how I was studying. And so the first thing I want to tell you is organize your material. We can help our brain out so much when we when we put things in their right place, and when we create a plan for studying. So when you create a plan for what you're going to study and how you're going to study it, you find that it makes it easier for your brain to retain that information. If you're like me, I am someone who I put things in boxes, and so when I'm studying, I need to have things in their correct boxes so that I know which box I need to go to and pull that information up when I need it. So the first thing I want to tell you is to organize your study material, and I'm actually going to read the note that I put here. So I said it's important that you organize your study material by content. When there's no method in what or how you're studying, it's very hard for your brain to retain the material. So we can help our brains out a lot just by organizing our material and developing a clear and concise study plan. So before you even start studying, I want you to sit down and identify what is it that you're going to study and how often you're going to study it. That is going to help you stay focused and stay on task while you're preparing for your licensure exam. So before you go into preparing, before you even start studying, I want you to create a plan for how you're going to start studying that information. And you'll find that along this journey, that's going to be so impactful in your studying efforts. And so the second thing I want to mention is, what are you studying? So I told you in the beginning of this video that I have a huge social work network, and so I had information coming to me from all different kinds of social worker in different areas of social work practice. And I was very grateful for those resources. But a lot of the resources that we use to study is outdated. So the ASWB updated the licensure exam in 2018. So that means that any information before that may not be relevant. So you want to make sure that the apps you're using, the quizzes and the exams, the practice exams that you're using, you want to make sure that these resources are updated and they're relevant to today's social work exam. And that is going to be important, because if you're using outdated information, you may find that it's easier to answer those questions, or you may not find many questions on diversity or community social work or school social work, all of these themes that we see current on this version of the licensure exam. So if you're using older exams, you're not getting that material that you need, and it may make you think that you're prepared for the exam when really you're not. So it's very important that you use updated information, and even the tutors that you have and the study groups and things that you're involved in, you want to make sure that these tutors are using updated information, because that is how we're going to pass our exam, when we have updated information, right? And so that's important. The third tip I'm going to give you is, how are you studying? And so since we were in grade school, or maybe when you were in high school, you may have learned about your learning style, right? And your learning style is very simple. It's how you learn. It's how you receive information and how your brain retains the information that you receive. And so some people are visual learners. There are auditory learners. There are social learners. There is about 5 different learning styles, if I'm not mistaken. And so those are just a few of them. But it's important for you to know your learning style because you want to study in a way that is conducive to your learning style. So if I am a visual learner, I'm not just going to read a book, because that's not going to help me in retaining that information. And like I said, I am a visual and auditory learner. So one thing that I did was watched YouTube videos. So even when I was exercising, when I was cooking, when I was brushing my teeth, in my car, going to work, I was playing YouTube videos because that helped me learn the material. So I want you to learn about your learning style and start studying in a way that is complementary of your specific learning style, because that's going to aid in you passing this exam. And the 4th thing I'm going to ask you is, how often are you studying your material? Create a plan for how you're studying the material. And that goes back to the first tip that I gave you, which was organizing your study material. Just as important as it is for you to organize the material, come up with a game plan on what you're going to study, how often are you going to study it. And you may find that you want to identify those areas of weakness. So the areas that you're not strong in, maybe it's human relationships and ethics and professional values. So you want to make sure that you implement that into your learning style. Maybe into your study plan. Maybe at the beginning of you learning the material, you may find that the areas that you are weak in, you want to start studying those things first, or you may want to start studying them last. It's up to you, but you have to have a game plan, because that is going to aid you in passing this exam, and that's going to help you stay focused and stay on track when you are studying and preparing for your licensure exam. Anything that we do in life, we want to have a plan, and sometimes things don't go as planned. We may venture off and find that, you know what, I need to maybe just focus 1 week on human relationships, and I may need to focus 3 weeks on client interventions. That may be something that you find as you begin studying. So you do want to also leave room for there to be changes and for you to tweak your study plan. But it's important for you to at least have a plan as you're going into to your studying, because that's going to keep you on track. The 5th thing I'm going to tell you is to find a tribe. We grow in community. And one of the things that I noticed when I was studying, I got lonely, because I'm like, am I the only social worker preparing for this exam? And I'm not. And so I don't want you to experience the same thing that I experienced. So I want you to find a tribe of social workers that can help you and that you can help as you're preparing for this licensure exam. You want to find a community that's going to encourage you, a community that you can encourage, that you can share resources and information with, even some of the mistakes that you've made or they've made. You want to have a community of people that you can share those things with. And a great place to find a tribe is Facebook. Facebook has hundreds of social work groups that you can go to get connected with other social workers. There may even be study groups that you don't know about that are free. And so you want to find your social work tribe and stick with that tribe because you'll find that they not only assist in your efforts to pass, but they also assist in like just your self-care and your mental health and emotional health. Having people to walk with you on your journey lets you know that you're not alone, and it offers connection, and that's what we need. Not only as social workers, but as people. We were literally created to be connected to other people. It is not good for us to be alone. And so we want to bring that into our social work preparations for licensure. Another thing that I want to advise you of is just to remember to incorporate self-care. Incorporate days where you do not spend 5 hours studying. You do not need to study more than 2 hours in one sitting. You still want to have time to do other things in your life, right? You're still an individual. Some of you are still moms. Some of you are still fathers. You're still girlfriends, boyfriends, daughters. There are so many other roles that we have us outside of our social work role. So it's important for us to always know that we want to dedicate time to our studying, but we also want to leave time for us to live our lives. And so when you're creating your study plan, that's something to keep into consideration. And it also helps you, right? Because if you know that you've dedicated 2 hours to studying, you know that for the rest of the day you can enjoy yourself. When you don't have a plan and you don't have a method to studying, you find that you want to study all day. And even when you're doing things that are that help you rest and relax, like watching TV, you may find that you feel guilty because you're like, I need to be studying for this exam. And so one of the benefits of having a study plan is that you know this is the time that I've allotted to study: 2 hours in the morning, an hour at night. And all of the rest of the time of my day is going to be dedicated to me. It's going to be dedicated to enjoying the things, the other things in my life. And so that is my advice. As always, I want to wish you good luck in your efforts for preparing for your license exam. If you do need a community, you can join my Facebook group. It's Social Work Test Prep 2.0. Again, it's Social Work Test Prep 2.0. And yeah, I am going to leave. I know that I said this video was going to be short, so I want to keep it short. And so goodbye, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.